What's up, YouTube? Shawn DaGamer here, and today I have a few articles I want to go over with you guys from this week in wrestling, the week of May 6th, January, February, March, April, May 6th. Had to make sure, and let's just get right into it. Let's first start by talking about Raw from this week, as I didn't talk about anything this week just because I had to do some adult stuff and I just wasn't. Raw, SmackDown, NXT kind of made me want to do a video, but I don't know. I just took some time to do some adult stuff and take some time to myself, get my mind, try to refocus and things like that. Still looking for a job, just in case YouTube really does implode on itself and I can't get on a different platform sooner than I want to. And as you can tell, I'm still using the cheap mic, so hopefully within the next few weeks I can, go pick up a new mic. I had the money. It's like one of the things, you have the money for something, you just forget to go get it, and it's like, oh, knew I forgot something. And that's the situation I found myself in. But let's start this video by talking about Monday Night Raw. It started off with the women of the Raw roster coming out. Alexa Bliss came out last because this is her coronation for winning the Raw Women's title. As you know, she is the first woman of this new era to win both titles on both brands. I just wish she would have won the NXT title. That way she could say, I won all three titles in the WWE. I'm, one of the best, yada, yada, yada. But Charlotte can do it. I think she's probably the only person that can do it right now that's on the main roster that has won at least one of the main titles and the NXT title. So Charlotte can still be the first one to do that. I think a lot of people overlook that when they say, oh, she could have been the first person to win the Raw and SmackDown Women's title. But it's been less than a year since that happened. The creation. No, it's been about a year because we got the red belt WrestleMania last year. We got the blue belt a little bit later. So yeah, it's been less than a year. So just give it time. Alexa Bliss needed a little extra something on her resume to make her look really, really good. She's still young. She's still learning in the ring, and that's the scary thing about it. She's really great on the mic, in my opinion. She's good in the ring already, so if she keeps progressing the way she does, she can only get better and better. What else did we have on the show that is noteworthy? We had Dean Ambrose going around the back acting like an announcer. He just kept calling people like old like announcers names. So like every time he'll go back to like Michael Cole and the people like, all right, Monsoon, all right, Heenan. It's just like, okay, that's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. Some of the segments he did one with Finn Balor, he did one with The Miz, and he did one with Seth Rollins, because they're all going to have a triple threat match later in that night to determine a new number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship. Since Brock Lesnar isn't there, Seth Rollins came out to talk about how he wants his title back, and then Finn came out and said, no, you may have been the one-legged man to win the title, but I was the one-legged man to win at WrestleMania, but I was the one-armed man to win the title. And then Miz came out and said, no. Neither one of you deserve it. I'm the Miz. I'm awesome, yada, yada, yada. Then Dean came out and said, since there is no Universal Champion, I look around, I don't see no Universal Champion, but I do see IC Championship. If you guys are going to be fighting over the top title on the brand, you're fighting over this. So that did lead into the match later on, which we'll talk about a little bit more later. Then we had, what else do we have noteworthy on this show? We had a segment between Sheamus and Cesaro where they pretty much explain why they attacked the Hardys the way they did. We also thought that the Hardys were probably going to start their transformation into Broken, even if we didn't see it tonight. And they kind of did. I think I have an article here just pretty much saying that they're still wrapping up things with Anthem, so they're slowly doing it, which was very apparent when the Hardys did come out to confront Sheamus and Cesaro and hit them with the big delete on the top of the ramp and tried to go out and attack them in the ring. So looking forward to when the Hardys finally do get broken. There are a lot of other rumors and speculations that when this does happen, we are going to see a draft later this year, probably in June or July, to split the Hardys up once they lose the belts, to have Jeff on Raw to go after the Universal title, and Matt Hardy bringing the Broken Universe over to SmackDown, and then probably sometime around WrestleMania. That's just my guess right there. Around WrestleMania time, he will be in line for the WWE Championship. Probably Royal Rumble-ish, because I don't know what they kind of want to do with the WWE title going into WrestleMania next year. I would love to see like AJ versus Shinsuke for the title, or Nakamura versus Cena for the title. You still have Baron Corbin over there, Rusev, Chris Jericho's over there, Kevin Owens. There's just a lot of possibilities for a WWE title match on SmackDown right now. So I'm just really curious on where they're going to go. We'll talk about it a little bit more when we actually start talking about SmackDown, but whatever. How did we even start talking about SmackDown? So, the Broken Universe. So a lot of possibilities there for the Hardys as well. What else was on this show? There was no Braun. There was no Roman. We'll probably talk about that a little bit more later, because some interesting stuff happened a couple of days ago while they were in Rome or Greece, the Roman Empire. Rome. So some funny pictures leaked. That shit not leaked, but Titus of Titus Catering. Speaking of Titus Catering, what is going on with him and Apollo Crews too? Like, who did Crews beat Slater, and then Titus is like still doing his Titus brand name. Jumps in the ring after Apollo gets the win. I think there was some type of interference, but Rhino didn't seem to care, because he jumped right and photobombed the picture that Titus was taking with Apollo Crews. Anyways, we were talking about, the hell were we talking about? Building stars, Titus O'Neil. We're talking about the picture, but there was no Braun Strowman or Roman Reigns. Apparently, he has Strowman has a rotator cuff, which is kind of a really, really, really hard stretch, because if you get a rotator cuff injury, you're not back for months, unless they're really going to be trying to play this whole Monster Mom men's things and like, I healed in like a day because I have magical powers or something like that. I don't know, but that's interesting as well. What else did we see? Other than the main event, which was a really good main event, that triple threat was really, really good. It was won by The Miz after Samoa Joe. Who was the other one? Samoa Joe. Who was the other one that interfered in this match? Samoa Joe and somebody else interfered in this match. Somebody attacked Finn and who was it? I can't remember. I gotta be careful with my mouth. But anyways, after both Bray attacked Finn. And Samoa Joe attacked Seth, and it left Seth laying in the ring and allowed Miz to get the 1, 2, 3. So we are going to see Miz versus Dean Ambrose in the near future. What's their next pay-per-view? It's not Great Balls Great Balls of Fire. Let me get a sip of water after that one. It's not Great Balls of Fire. Whatever the next pay-per-view is, that's when I'm pretty sure we're going to see that IC title match. If they might do it sooner, because they have a long way to build for that. But Miz versus Dean Ambrose, they have proven to work pretty well in the past, so it'll be interesting to see where they go now. Let me take a quick little pause so I can cough. Okie dokie. So let's move on to SmackDown real quick. SmackDown was a shorter show. We were supposed to see a tag team match between Naomi and Charlotte versus Natty and Carmella. I think that was going to be like around the main event or something. No, because the main event was Jericho versus Owens, which Owens won the title. It was a decent little match. But at the end, Kevin Owens just went straight up Kevin Steen. He said, I don't know if he got hit in the head too hard, that he thought it was Ring of Honor or something, but he just destroyed Jericho, sending him packing to do his stuff with Fozzy, his podcast, and all that stuff. So Kevin Owens is your United States champion again. Back to the women's match. It never really, it got started, but Charlotte got attacked beforehand, helping her on her road to become a face. So it was a handicap match, and Naomi was starting to come back, fight back, and then Charlotte came out, and then they just did a number of games again. Tamina interfered in the match, and they just beat on them. And then we got Becky Lynch to come out, and we thought she was going to turn heel because they've been kind of persuading her to become heel, but she didn't, and she proceeded to get beat down as well. So in the near future, expect a 6-women's tag match, if not next week. Um, Naomi is still champion right now. The match she had, was it last week with Charlotte, was really, really good. So I'm just waiting to see what else comes about in this women's division. On Did we have the Beat the Clock challenge this week or no? Or was that last week? Either way, Tyler Breeze and Fandango are your tag team champions. Was this Beat the Clock challenge week? I think this was Beat the Clock challenge week. Let's see. Can we scroll down a little bit if I can't find? Let me pause. Well, it doesn't matter. All I know is Fandango and Tyler Breeze are going to be challenging for the title soon. I think they had a match tonight and they won, or they had like some one-on-one action. No, they were in the back, and then we had the Fashion Files. That's what we had. I remember it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's early in the morning. Forgive me. They had the Fashion Files. And it was pretty much running down the Usos and things like that, and it was just kind of hilarious to me because I just love Tyler Breeze and Fandango. So I'm really looking forward to that match, and I kind of hope Tyler Breeze and Fandango walk out with the silver and blue belts. Titles. I'm sorry, Vince. Championships? Which words can I say again? If you didn't know, there's like a long list of stuff that they can't see in the WWE, and I'm making a long list of stuff I can't see on YouTube, so might as well blend the two together. So, PG, YouTube, ads, and all of that stuff. So, that was pretty much SmackDown. We had AJ and Kevin Owens get into it. I think Randy Orton and Jinder Mahal had a little bit of interaction. And I think this was the week where we had Rusev say, "Give me a title match or give me nothing, or I'm leaving," or something like that. But I think that was last week. But SmackDown was decent. NXT, we're about already 12 minutes into this, and I don't want this video to go over 25-30 minutes, so let's keep it rolling. NXT, what did we have? Like I said, we had the Heavy Machinery beat some jobbers. What else did we have? Pretty much the main thing on this show. What is that boy? Kova Reeves. He took a GTS from Hideo Itami. I think Aleister Black was promoted for next week. We didn't get any Aleister Black this week. I love Aleister Black's music though. I love Aleister Black's music. If I could play it without getting copyrighted right now, I would. I love that guy's music. He's really good in the ring as well. I just like the way he does that kick. He just sits down in the Indian style. We'll talk about it later. But this match, or this show, was pretty much main evented by the women again. Battle Royal. A lot of people that you probably wouldn't know were in this match. We had Kimberly. I don't think we had a Nixon Newell. Kimberly was in here. I believe Candice Del was in there. Asuka, Peyton Royce, Billie Kay, Ember Moon, Aaliyah, Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, some new girl named Lacey something. Some performance in there, enhancements, and there was somebody else that was in this match, and I was like, oh, she's in this match, and she got eliminated by Aaliyah, and Aaliyah just got all the heat, and it was kind of funny. So Billie Kay and Peyton Royce eliminated like 5 people together, 5 or 6 people, but they got eliminated by Asuka. And then, of course, it came down to the final 3 women of Ruby Riott, Nikki Cross, and I'm about to say Alexa Bliss. Ruby Riott, Nikki Cross, and Ember Moon. And I was really hoping for Nikki Cross to win this match. I'm still warming up to Ruby. Ember, she's going to win it eventually, but I want Nikki Cross versus Asuka really bad. That is just going to be a hard-hitting, crazy, fun, everywhere around the arena brawl, and I just want to see it. But speaking of Asuka, she made a beeline down to the ring and literally slung Ember Moon through the second and top rope out the ring like a dart, like she was watching Johnny Gargano hit people with the long dart, and she just slung Ember Moon to the outside into the barricade, and that's where we got the whole injury that a lot of people say she suffered. It looks like she braced herself, so she was just plain injury. Then she went in and attacked Ruby Riott and Nikki Cross, and she just started screaming, "Nobody's ready for Asuka!" And then she just, did a little jig, and then she left. It was just amazing. Like, if you did not see it, you have to go see it. Asuka is great. I love Asuka. I've been trying to think of Raw, SmackDown, and NXT as the three separate brands, even though they're under the same umbrella. But if I had to take my three champions that I have right now, it'd be Asuka, Bliss, and Naomi. Only because Bliss is an asshole. If Bliss wasn't an asshole, Naomi would be right under Asuka. But Alexa Bliss is an asshole, so gotta appreciate that. Asuka is the queen of. She's the empress. She's the empress of empresses. That would be more than one empress, but I want to say that she owns something. Look, she is the queen of assholes right now. So it could be Sasha Banks, but I'm convinced that they gave Sasha Banks' heel momentum to Alexa Bliss at this point. So yeah, that was pretty much NXT. William Regal came out and said there's going to be a fatal 4-way match for the women's title at Chicago's TakeOver. So that's pretty much a little wrap up of this week in WWE. Let's get into a few of these articles. I don't know if I'm going to get into all of them, but let's get into some of them. One that really caught my eye was this whole Billy Corgan buying NWA. NWA, last time I really heard about them in prominence was around 2005, 2006 when they were still partnered with TNA. I think they were still partnered in TNA around that time. And ever since then, they just been like I don't know what to call it, what they've been. They've been there. They've been like associated with other promotions like around the world and around the states. So like you go to a certain promotion, like let's say I'm not sure if this is the actual thing, but let's say if you go to PWG, you could possibly see a couple of NWA titles defended at PWG because they might have somebody who like has some type of contract where they can like wrestle everywhere or something like that. But you guys get what I'm trying to say. So they're like a name that kind of helps with everything. So having another alliance or group or promotion in the world is a really good thing. Like I said, since it's so spread out, I don't know how he's going to get all that back together, like get the belts and things like that. Is he going to try to get a TV show? Is he going to try to put it like on Netflix or some type of streaming service like Fight TV or Eric Bischoff's new thing? So that's something to see. But I am really hyped to see a return of NWA just because we need more competition. TNA, or should I say Impact Wrestling, has kind of shot themselves in the foot as of late. Ring of Honor is still there, and they're getting a lot more shine, especially being associated with WCPW, New Japan, and like even WWE is giving them credit now. If you saw that one of the things I missed in the NXT roundup was the fact that the whole Roddy Strong promos, they talked a lot about IPW and Ring of Honor, his time in those promotions. I was really surprised about that. But yeah, I just really want to see where this can go, and like will he try to talk to Triple H or Vince and like getting some kind of partnership with NXT or putting them on the network or something like that. I'm really, really interested to see where all that goes. So another piece of news is, probably already knew about this, but Cody Rhodes has officially signed with Ring of Honor. Cody Rhodes has been a talent where he's just been a little bit of everywhere right now. New Japan, WCPW, and Ring of Honor. I think he even showed up in Impact for a little while, but now he's officially declared his home in Ring of Honor. So that's going to be fun to see where that goes. If you have not heard about this either, Sean Waltman was found with a whole bunch of, I believe, yeast pills and money, making a flight to, I think he was supposed to go to an actual wrestling event, and he never made it. And people started getting worried, yada, yada, yada. He was locked up for a little while. His bail was like $3,500, something like that. And I don't know if that's like, he had to pay all that, or he had to pay like the 2 or 10% or 5% that you have to pay to actually get out. But he says people were speculating that the pills he had were meth pills and he was selling them. But Sean Waltman X-Pac has come out and said on his podcast that no, they were yeast pills. I don't even want to get into that. But once the drug test comes back, everything should be fine and dandy. So we all wish the best for X-Pac, Sean Waltman in this situation. So being in jail is not fun, so I hope he does not have to go back or serve any time at all. So what else do we have here? Quick little one. Reby, my favorite, one of my favorites that's not in WWE, has said that TNA is coming after her after all her tweets of the F That Aisle promotion and all that stuff. I still want a F That Aisle shirt. So, no longer available, but I might have to bring them back. Yes, Reby, I have to go tell her she has to, because she'll like retweet me and stuff sometimes. So, yes, I need that F That Aisle shirt. It's just funny. It's just funny. But, TNA cuts everyone pay and lays off a bunch of people. Also, TNA lets spend money to go after a woman who's 8 months pregnant and no longer works here. Okay, come on, TNA. The thing about Impact Wrestling is they're spending too much time on the outside of the business stuff instead of worried about what they need to be doing in the ring and in their own promotion, because I don't even know who's there anymore. Who do they still have? They still have the Wolves, even though they're not a tag team right now. One's heel and the other's face, I believe. Moose, who Scott Steiner is there. He's talking about WWE now. You still got I think they still got Gail Kim. I think I've seen some stuff with Angelina Love. Bobby Lashley is still there. They have a few names they can start to try to build around to get their promotion back to where it needs to be. But until they realize they need to stop worrying about what the Hardys are doing and start trying to get a piece of that pie, make a new cake, make a new pie, get your ass in the kitchen and do something. Stop worrying about what everybody else is doing. You lost Drew Galloway, you lost the Hardys, you lost Cody. Who else did you lose recently? You lost Crazy Steve. It was a female. One of the females is gone now. All that, there's still problems with pay. All that stuff. Your ratings are constantly dropping, and all that can be easily avoided if you just stop worrying about what's going on. And I heard they've been putting a lot of focus on Jeremy Borash and who's the other one there? Mike Tenay or whatever. Not Jeremy. No. Jeremy Borash and who's the one? Josh Matthews. And that's their main story. And I'm like, why? That doesn't even make sense to me. So let it go. Let it go. Let it go. And produce a pretty good show. Oh, I'm glad I caught that, but shouldn't have did it anyways. But Reby, we're still with 8 months pregnant. Jesus. 3 more months. That's about SummerSlam, right? We can get ready. When is SummerSlam in August? 3-4 more months? Yeah. Get a babysitter. Yeah, we could probably get Reby. What if that's what they're waiting on? What if they're waiting on Reby to drop the baby to do the full broken gimmick? That's funny. That's funny. Hopefully we do get to see at least, if not in actual studio, we get to go to the Hardy compound and stuff like that just to check up on Reby and Maxwell and Senor Benjamin. We don't need all of them on TV. We just need maybe Senor Benjamin and Vanguard 1. I know we need Vanguard 1. But other than that, I hope Reby has a smooth and easy pregnancy and childbirth situation when that does happen. You know, she's about 8 months pregnant. She could be 8 months in a few weeks. Baby could decide, hey, I want to be a star too, and pop out whenever he feels like it. So, congratulations to what am I doing? What am I doing? I just really transitioned the whole thing. She's 8 months pregnant. Baby can come early. Congratulations on your new baby. So yeah. Let's move on to a few rumors and roundups. Let's see. They've been keeping Shinsuke off TV to help build intrigue for his match against Dolph Ziggler at Backlash. I think I talked about it a little bit. I think all the stuff I've talked about. Jinder Mahal isn't planning to win the WWE Championship. They're going to be doing the UK show. Dolph versus Shinsuke. Rusev is going to be back once his injury is all healed up, and he's going to be briefly in the title picture. And the whole Hardy situation. So, yeah. Last thing we can probably touch on real quick would be the whole Charlotte Flair situation. If you do not know, don't ask me for these picture links. It took me about 10 minutes just to find them to see if these were real or not. From what I saw, they look real. Kind of what I expected out of Charlotte. Thought she had a little bit more booty, but why am I saying that? Why am I saying that? I'm about to cut that out. About 27 minutes, I'll cut that out. Anyways, these pictures are real. I'm not posting any links. I'm not going to tell you how to find them. If you're horny enough or you're pervy enough, you'll go find them on your own. They are real. So please be sensitive to the fact that this is somebody that we watch every week on TV. She's one of the better women that we have now. And let's just hope more of these leaks do not come out. As much as we all say, hey, yeah, I'd love to see Alexa Bliss or Charlotte or Sasha or Bayley, something happen to somebody like that. You have to remember these are real people's lives, and if something happened like that to you, maybe you wouldn't care, or maybe this will crush you. But after watching 13 Reasons Why, I say be careful about the things you do to other people, because karma is a bitch. So, now I gotta bleep that out too. So, that's pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed all the news, information, little wrestling talk I gave you for this, I might turn this into a little SoundCloud thing as well, just to see how that works out. But for right now, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment down below any of your thoughts on what I discussed. If you feel like there's something else I probably should discuss or you want to hear me talk about, leave that in the comment section below. What are you looking forward to this weekend, guys? I don't know if there's any big wrestling events. Probably is somewhere. But what do you guys have planned for this weekend? Dragon Ball Super is tonight. We are going to get I know this is the Tien Shinhan episode, isn't it? Yes. This is the Tien episode where they're going to go to the dojo and they're going to meet this new girl and zombies and clones. It's going to be a little fun little episode. And then next week we're going to get Goku and Tien versus Piccolo and Gohan, and that's the one I'm really hyped for. So possibly be on the lookout for a Dragon Ball Super review tonight, just so we can talk about what's going to be happening in the next couple of weeks. Backlash is in a few weeks. I don't think there's anything big happening, or they haven't announced anything big happening on Raw or SmackDown yet. So all that being said, like I said, like, comment, subscribe down below. If you're new here, like I said, hit the subscribe button. Also, once you do that, hit the little bell to be notified when a new video goes live on the channel. And hopefully, even with that, you'll still know when the video is live because YouTube is tripping. So, all that being said, I am Shawn DaGamer. Wait, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. Also link down there. This is what happens when you don't record for a few days. You gotta start getting back into it. I'm hungry too, so I definitely gotta get here. It's probably messing with my brain. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch all linked down below. If I do make a SoundCloud, just be sure to check the description down below. And with all that finally being said, I am Shawn DaGamer, and I am out of here.